Hi there, welcome back to True Gooner. So, what an exciting day we have ahead of football. Not only the World Cup starting today, but also the Premier League fixtures are now out and up and running and announced. And as I'm sure you've seen in my previous videos, I'm always like this time of the year because it gets me excited and it gets us planning on who we're going to face and when. And I always look forward to those days. But if you look at this, it doesn't get any harder than this to start off with. The first game of the new season, the first Premier League game of the new season, on the 11th of August, is at home to Manchester City, at home to the champions. And wow, that is a tough start for Unai Emery. And for those of you who don't know this, he's never beaten Pep Guardiola. So what a brilliant way this will be if we can get a win in that game, because as you all know, Arsenal aren't particularly very good on the opening day of the season. But seriously, wow. And then the week after that, we're away at Chelsea. Oh, well, everyone knows what Arsenal were like away from home last season. However, the two times we went to Stamford Bridge last season, we didn't lose. We got two draws. But in previous years, we've not done well at Stamford Bridge at all. But we did okay last year. But in previous years, we've just been losing left, right, and centre there. And wow, I can't ask for a tougher start possibly than that. And please, let's hope we don't start those two games with 0 points. It will be a horrible start onto Unai Emery. Then what I don't want to happen is all the negativity comes back very quickly, because this is a new era, a nice new start. We've got the change we wanted. We want to start again. And as much as I'm looking forward to this, I will admit I am quite nervous about these two opening games. But like I said, if we can come away with them unbeaten, then I think we've done well. But it will be really, really difficult. Both those opening games, Man City and then Chelsea away. And then after that, if you look at the fixtures, it gets easier, of course. Well, can't have got any tougher than this. But then we have West Ham at home on the 25th of August, winnable game. And then we go into September. On the 1st of September, Cardiff away, one of the newly promoted teams away from home. And then is the first international break. And then the 15th of September, Newcastle away. Difficult game, but a winnable game. 22nd of September, Everton at home, winnable. And then on the 29th of September, Watford at home, winnable. So September is not a bad month. It's not a bad month. You should be able to get some wins there. Heading into October, the 6th of October, we're away at Fulham, one of the newly promoted teams. That's always been a tricky ground for us when Fulham were in the Premier League, going to Craven Cottage. A nice boat trip, but it is a winnable game. 20th of October, Leicester at home. And then on the 27th of October, Crystal Palace away. All three of those are winnable games. However, Crystal Palace was one of the only grounds last season away from home where we actually won. And we actually have a good record there. So it's not a bad month. Going into November, 3rd of November, Liverpool at home. Massive, massive game. Unai Emery against Jurgen Klopp. Now, of course, that's a massive game, but Arsenal usually do well against Liverpool at the Emirates. It is a winnable game, but it's a very difficult one. And I do think Liverpool this year will be very strong and will be challenging for the title. While Arsenal this season are just aiming to get back in those Champions League spots. And then on the 10th of August, a week later, Wolves at home, one of the newly promoted teams at home. Then on the 24th of November is Bournemouth away. Now, we've struggled there lately. Last season they beat us, and season before that they had us 3-0 downs. But hopefully we can turn that around. Now going into December, December is usually a pivotal month, and I have to say it's quite a tough December, especially to start off with. On the 1st of December, it's the North London derby, Spurs at home. We always face Spurs at home first before we go over to their place later on in the season, but we do usually have a good record against Spurs at the Emirates, and there's no way we can lose that. Absolutely no way. 3 points that must be. And then a few days later, in that same week, we go away to Manchester United at Old Trafford. Now, that ground, we've got an absolutely horrendous record there. Absolutely horrendous record at Old Trafford. And seriously, he'll be up against Mourinho, Emery against Mourinho. And for those of you who don't know this, I'm not trying to put you off here, but Emery has never beaten Mourinho either, as well as Pep. But this is a time to change it, and it's coming into an exciting Arsenal team. So, yeah, definitely matches to look forward to. And then 8th of December, Huddersfield at home, winnable. And then on the 15th of December, Southampton away. Southampton away has not really been a good place for us over the years. We've not really done well there. But new manager, new start, things can change. And things will change, hopefully. On the 22nd of December, Burnley at home, winnable. And then on Boxing Day, we have a nice trip away at Brighton. Now, of course, I remember what happened last year. It was a hard week for me, and there's no way this time you dare lose that game, because I live near that area, and believe me, I got a hard week. I had a hard week when they beat us, thanks to them. But a nice game on Boxing Day. And then to finish off that December, Liverpool away. Now, we all know what happened there last season and the season before. Going to Anfield is one of the toughest places to go. But if you look at December, it is really a tough month. We've got to play Tottenham, Man United, go away to Southampton, and we've got to go away to Liverpool. That is a tough month, December. Then we head into the new year. On New Year's Day, we got Fulham at home, winnable game. And then on the 12th of January, West Ham away at the London Stadium. And then a week later, Chelsea at home. Tough game, that one. And then at the end of January, Cardiff at home. So a difficult month, but not the end of the world month. Heading into February, at the start of February, away at Manchester City, away at the champions. Tough game that. We all know how good they were at home last season, how they pretty much walked that league. But difficult game that is. And then a week later, Huddersfield away. One of the few places where we did actually win away from home last season. And then 23rd of February, Southampton at home, winnable game. And then at the end of February, we've got Bournemouth at home, winnable game. So again, it's not a bad month, but of course Man City away is the hardest fixture, but the rest of those are winnable games. But when you head into March, March is quite a tough month. 2nd of March, Tottenham away at the new White Hart Lane, the new dump. But we've not done well away from home against Spurs lately, and this is a time where we really have to change that. And it'll be interesting to see how they get stuck into the new stadium. Hopefully they crumble, but that is a tough game and a massive game. Then a week later, Man United at home, another big game. Week after that, Wolves away, one of the newly promoted teams away, and that could actually be a difficult game because Wolves have got lots of money to spend, and I'm sure they will be spending big this transfer window. And then the end of March, we got Newcastle at home. So March is a tough month, and plus the Europa League will kick in again. So that could be a very difficult month for us. Heading into April, 6th of April, Everton away. Difficult game, but we did actually win there last season. But over the years, Goodison Park is a difficult place to go. Plus, they'll have a new manager, Marco Silva. 13th of April, Watford away. 20th of April, Crystal Palace at home. And then on the 27th of April, Leicester away. Now, if you look at that, that is actually a difficult month. We've got quite hard places to go. Everton, Watford, and Leicester are difficult places to go. But then into May, the final two games are Brighton at home, and then we finish off the season on the 12th of May with Burnley away. So those are the fixtures, the Premier League fixtures for next season. Of course, at the moment they're all scheduled on a Saturday. Of course, it's all going to change when Sky come into that, and because of our Europa League games that we're going to be having through September, October, and November, and then later on in February, March, and April. Then, of course, most of those Saturday games will be moved to Sunday. But overall, if you look at this, you can tell it's quite difficult this time, especially at the start. City and Chelsea opening 2, and then December's quite difficult, and March is tough, and April's tough. So it is actually quite difficult this season. So. And of course, we all know the transfer window closes before the season starts. So, of course, we're also going to have to get the business done before then. Otherwise, there's absolutely nothing we can do. But it's looking positive for us on the transfer window because it does look like we are strengthening the areas that we need to strengthen. So it's very good to see, and it's good to see us finally getting active and getting our business done. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to the new season. A nice fresh start under new manager Unai Emery. Most of us have been crying out for this for years. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm quite pumped, quite ready to go. And yes, of course, the World Cup starts today. We're looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing how it goes over the next month. So yeah, it's exciting next few months to come before the new season starts, both on and off the pitch. So there we go. There's been a video of mine. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Let me know in the comment section below. How do you think we'll do? Can we get back into the top 4? Because let's be honest, that is our main aim next season for Unai Emery. It's just to get back in that Champions League, whether it's through the Premier League or whether it's through the Europa League. That is the main priority next season. And let me know what you think of the fixtures. Are you happy with them? Are you disappointed about the start? Do you actually think we can get some points against City and Chelsea in the start? And how do you think we'll do this season? Let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, come on, you Reds, bring on the new season. I'm out of here.